Hello, hello. I'm gonna start in about, I would say like a minute or two, just to get some people on the live before I get into today's topic. And I know you guys see me drinking from this at the beginning of every live. This is water. I try to get in about like 40 to 60 ounces a day, so that's what's in here. Okay, gonna wait a few more seconds and then get into it. Okay, hello, hello. Welcome to the Foodie Fam live series. I am on day number 4 of my 30-day challenge of going live. The reason I'm doing this live is 1, so I could get more comfortable being in front of the camera, and 2, so that I could get a more personable relationship with those who subscribe to my channel. So yeah, so today is day 4, and we're going to be talking about some basic tips for if you want us to start a plant-based journey. A little bit of my backstory is I lost 44 pounds and counting following a plant-based lifestyle. And now I have this channel here so that I could help others do the same without compromising flavor and excitement. So I would say my very first tip for going plant-based would be to add things to your diet as opposed to subtracting things off the bat. 1, so that you could kind of get a little bit more acclimated and familiar with new things, and 2, so that you don't overwhelm yourself with just taking things out that you've been used to eating for God knows how many years or decades. My second tip would be to, I wrote some down over here if you see me looking over to the side, which is to try out new fruits and vegetables. Hi, Allie, how are you? Yeah, so I would try out new fruits and vegetables. When I first started my plant-based journey, I actually subscribed to a fruit and vegetable subscription. So it would be like a mystery box that would get sent to my house full of fresh produce. And I would, open up the box. There was a lot of things in there that I did not, I haven't tried before or anything like that. So that made it easier for me to kind of figure out new recipes for how to use this type of produce, which got me, acclimated to new things when I first started my plant-based journey. My third tip that I would suggest if you are trying to start a plant-based journey would be to eat the rainbow. Get used to, a lot of us are used to, say, like the green vegetables, right? You got your broccoli, your spinach, your green beans, your kale, which is great. But if you do eat the rainbow, so say like, you got your purple cabbage, you have your rainbow carrots. So carrots come in orange, purple, white, and like a tannish yellow color. Doing those type of things actually broadens your horizons for more nutritional benefits. You have the redness of beets. You have, let's see, what other vegetables I can't think of right now, but there's just so many out there. Thank you for the subscription. But there's just so many out there so that you could choose from, that you should try to just, pick and choose here and there. Another suggestion that I would give is to check out some plant-based restaurants. The plant-based lifestyle has grown a lot over the past few years, I would say. So now there are plant-based specific restaurants so that you could kind of get a feel of, what kind of flavors you could get from this vast variety of vegetables. What kind of like excitement can you get from it? Because it's a lot easier to have, hope in something when you get kind of a little sample of it before you actually dive deep into it. So going to plant-based restaurants like, let's see, we have Planta that I know is in New York, Atlanta, the DMV area. There's restaurants like Dirt Candy, which is in New York. Let's see, ABCV. There's, what else? That's all I can think of from the top of my head. But there's just so many plant-based restaurants out there. I highly recommend you just go out there and try some things and see, you know, if you like it. And if you don't, at least you tried, you know? My next suggestion would be to not stress yourself out over why you, what am I trying to say? Hold on, why don't you wear a necklace? I don't wear necklaces just because I don't. There's no specific reason. It depends on the outfit and depends on the day. So my next suggestion would be to don't stress yourself out about it, because there's a lot of chatter, if you will, around like a plant-based lifestyle, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and all that stuff. I think you should just really have blinders on, focus on what your goals are, why you're doing the plant-based journey to begin with, and then kind of tailor your plant-based lifestyle for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're doing it for yourself. You're the one who has to consume whatever you're making for yourself. And if you're not enjoying it, then what's the point, you know? So just make it for yourself, customize it whichever way possible so that you could enjoy it, so that it could be sustainable for you, and it's just an overall great experience. Let's see. And then my last suggestion would be to follow plant-based social media platforms. Yeah, so follow them, kind of like mine, Chantel's Foodventures. Feel free to subscribe if you like. Just follow them, you know, get some inspiration from them, see what kind of recipes you could get off of them. Thank you, Miss Sophia. Yeah, get some kind of inspiration off of them, you know, and then you would have like a visual representation of something that you want to try. You know, it's easier to be motivated when you're seeing things on a daily basis to get you kind of excited, to get you, you know, in the proper mindset for it. And I think, let's see, what other suggestions would I have if you're starting off a plant-based lifestyle? Keep it fun. That's the biggest thing, I think, because I personally am a foodie. I love food. I love to eat. And if what I'm eating isn't fun or exciting, I'm just not interested, to be honest. And that's specifically why I made this channel to begin with also, because like I don't want boring food. And I know a lot of people don't want boring food either. So let me be the person to help you figure out how to make things that are exciting, that are flavorful, that are colorful, but also beneficial in the same breath. So it's not an overwhelming experience. And yeah, I think that may be all the tips I have. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments so that I could answer some if you have any. And yeah, thank you guys for coming to this live today. I do appreciate it. And if you came on a little bit later on live, I'm doing these every day for the next 30 days on weekdays at 6 p.m. Eastern time. One, so that I could get a little bit more comfortable in doing lives, and two, so I could get more personable with those who do subscribe to my channel, so that you could, you know, see how I act and interact in like a real-time situation, as opposed to just listening to my voice on voiceovers or watching like pre-recorded content. So yeah, this is day 4. Day 5, which is tomorrow, I'm going to be showing you guys like a quick what I eat in a day type video. Like I meal prep my meals on Sundays to carry me through the week. So they're already all portioned out and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna show you how I eat on a regular day, basically. So if you guys don't have any questions, I think I'm going to end the live here. So I'll give you guys a few more seconds, just in case you're a little shy. And if not, let's see. If not, I think I'm going to end this here. Thank you guys for rocking out with me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you guys could tune in to the rest of the videos that I come with for the next how many other days, I don't know. But yes, I'll be around. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time, where I'm going to be doing a what I eat in the day. So you guys have a great rest of your evening, and yeah, see you tomorrow.